Alright guys, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is absolutely unreal, and I don't say that lightly. We've got breaking news out of Dallas that is not just shaking up the Cowboys locker room, it's shaking the entire NFL landscape. I mean, this is the kind of move that makes your jaw drop. It's the kind of move that sends your phone buzzing nonstop with text messages from your football group chat, fans losing their minds on Twitter, and insiders scrambling to piece together the real story behind it. The Dallas Cowboys, yes, America's team, have made a decision so bold, so unpredictable, and so sudden that it feels like it came out of a movie script. Reports are flooding in that a key star player has just been cut, yes, not traded, not benched, cut right before the season kicks off, and the mastermind behind the move? None other than offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer, who has reportedly made a drastic call that has left coaches, analysts, and fans stunned. Now, before I dive into every shocking detail of what's going on, I want you to just take a second and imagine what kind of chaos must be unfolding inside that Cowboys facility right now. Training camp is in full swing, preseason is heating up, and just when things seem to be stabilizing for a team that's constantly under the microscope, boom, we get hit with this. So, who is the player that's been released? From what we're hearing, it's none other than a major piece of the offensive puzzle, a guy who has been pivotal to their game plans, a consistent contributor, and someone that fans, especially in Dallas, have grown to love and rely on. Whether you're talking fantasy points, clutch third downs, or locker room leadership, this guy brought it. And now? He's gone. Just like that. No warning, no leaks, no rumors. Just an ice-cold decision, executed swiftly, without hesitation. And let's be clear, this isn't the kind of move you make unless there's a serious philosophy shift happening behind the scenes. This smells like a power play. And the name at the center of it all is Brian Schottenheimer. Known for his methodical offensive mind and no-nonsense approach, Schottenheimer has apparently decided that enough is enough, that if the Cowboys are going to break through their decades-long Super Bowl drought, they need to shake things up and shake it up now. But let me ask you, was this the right move? Or was it a panic decision made in the heat of the moment? There are whispers that this all started with tension during camp, that Schottenheimer and the now-cut star had been butting heads over scheme fit, work ethic, maybe even attitude. We don't know all the details yet, but there are already some insiders suggesting that this player wasn't adapting to the new playbook the way Schottenheimer wanted. Others are saying that this was a salary cap decision disguised as a football move, that the front office wanted more flexibility, and Schottenheimer simply delivered the axe. Either way, this isn't just a roster cut. This is a statement. This is a message to the entire team: get on board or get out. The Cowboys aren't playing games anymore. They're tired of being good but not great. They're tired of the playoff exits, the what-if seasons, the memes, the national media laughing every January. And clearly, Schottenheimer has been given the green light to operate with full authority over the offense. Now, if you've been following the Cowboys closely over the past few seasons, you know there's been this lingering feeling that something was off. Despite having a solid core deck, CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, Micah Parsons anchoring the defense, there always seemed to be some sort of disconnect when it mattered most. A mistimed throw. A blown assignment. A weird play call in the red zone. And fans have been begging for a cultural shift. Well, here it is, folks. This is culture shifting in real time. When you cut a veteran, a playmaker, a fan favorite right before the season, you're not just tweaking the roster, you're detonating the status quo. You're sending a shockwave through every position room. Now everyone is on alert. No one's job is safe. And that kind of pressure? It either forges diamonds or breaks teams apart. But let's talk implications. How does this affect the offense? Well, depending on who replaces this player, we could see a more aggressive, vertical-style offense. Schottenheimer might be opening the door for a younger, hungrier player to step up. Someone who's faster, cheaper, more versatile. But at what cost? Chemistry matters. Experience matters. And losing a locker room leader just weeks before the season can sometimes backfire spectacularly. Already, we're seeing fan reactions pouring in. Some are furious, accusing the front office of sabotaging the season before it even starts. Others are praising the move, saying it's about time the Cowboys stop settling for mediocrity. It's divisive, and that's the nature of bold moves. They force you to pick a side. Even players have subtly reacted on social media: cryptic emojis, vague Instagram stories, you know the drill. You don't even need to name names, the entire team feels this. And what about the rest of the league? You think other teams aren't watching this like hawks? You think they're not already discussing bringing this player in? Because trust me, they are. There are teams out there that would love nothing more than to snatch up a proven talent just cast off by the Cowboys. In fact, this move could trigger a domino effect across the league, especially for teams that are dealing with injuries or underperformance in that position group. So the NFL world isn't just watching, they're circling. And Schottenheimer? He's not backing down. Reports say he's standing by the decision 100%, that this is part of a larger plan to reshape the identity of the offense, and that fans should brace themselves because more changes could be coming. Let me repeat that, more changes could be coming. Could we see another cut? A surprise trade? A total offensive overhaul? It's possible. And here's where things get even crazier. Some insiders believe this might not have even been Schottenheimer's call alone. There's speculation that Jerry Jones, who has never been shy about sticking his hands into football decisions, may have pushed for this. And if that's the case, then this move isn't just football, it's political. It's front office maneuvering disguised as scheme fit. And that opens up a whole new can of worms. Because if ownership is dictating cuts, then who's really calling the shots in Dallas? Schottenheimer? McCarthy? Or the billionaire in the box? Whatever the truth is, it's clear that the Cowboys are entering the 2025 season with a radically new mindset. This isn't the same old conservative team. This is a team taking risks. High stakes, high reward risks. And as fans, all we can do is strap in and hope that the gamble pays off. I'll say this much: the season just got a whole lot more interesting. Because the Cowboys are now the team to watch. Not because of flashy signings or viral touchdowns, but because of drama, intensity, and the raw unpredictability of a team trying desperately to change its fate. And folks, we are here for it. So let me ask you, what do you think? Was this a genius move by Schottenheimer to take control and mold the offense in his image? Or was it a mistake that could derail the entire season before it begins? Do you trust the process, or are you feeling that familiar sense of Cowboys chaos creeping in again? Hit those comments, I want to hear all your takes. And hey, if you found this breakdown helpful, or if you just need a place to vent your Cowboys-related rage, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a second of this wild NFL ride. We'll be tracking every twist and turn, every signing, every cut, every locker room whisper, and bringing it straight to you with no filters. Because in Dallas, one thing is always true: expect the unexpected. You've just been hit with the realest Cowboys coverage on YouTube. Stay tuned. It's going to be a wild season.